Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, your girl, Goddess of Love and Truth Reacts, coming to you with another reaction video upload. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. You guys are greatly and truly appreciated. If you have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, please be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload. This helps me get in and remain in the YouTube algorithm and also help you not miss an upload. Liking the video does the same as well. So I do appreciate you guys' support with the channel. I am just doing a reminder as well. I'm going to be doing a reminder every video until we reach our first milestone. So we are on a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach the 1,000 subscribers, I am doing a subscriber give back because I want to let you guys know and show you that I do appreciate you supporting me and my channel. I am going to be giving away a total of $100. So 2 of my subscribers will get $50 each via Cash App only. But you have to make sure you are subscribed to the channel and have that bell notification on for all. And you have to have Cash App. We are currently at 844 subscribers, so we're almost there. Yeah, I mean, y'all, I'm so a year, so country. We almost there, y'all. So thank you for y'all support. Again, I truly appreciate it. All right, so next up on the docket is dun, 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 Beyond the Gates. Y'all, it's a new person on here today. I'm going to wait until I get to that part, though, to let y'all know who it is. The Country Wayne people, y'all going to flip out. Because when I saw them, I was like, let me find out all these Country Wayne people is in Beyond the Gates. We have Ernestine, and she's playing Shanice. And then we have our new person that I'm gonna tell y'all at the end, towards the end. I didn't catch his name, but I'll show y'all. Y'all will see. All right, so today we get, now I didn't catch like the first 5 to 6 minutes because I got off of work late. So I was like, OMG, I was rushing trying to catch it or whatever. But anywho, on this episode, we have Eva working in Nicole's office, right? And Nicole wasn't there. Eva was there by herself. And baby, she already snooping. She was opening the file cabinets, going through the stuff in the file cabinet. Well, first she closed the door. She looked down the hallway, made sure nobody was coming, closed the door. Then she was snooping around, looking through the file cabinets. Then she came across one drawer that was locked. So she ended up going in Nicole's desk, and she was searching around for the key. And right when she found the key, in come walks Kat, and Kat was like, "What are you doing? And who are you?" or whatever. So it scared the crap out of her. So she kind of like slowly put the key back down and closed the drawer. And she was like, I'm Nicole's new assistant, like that. And they had, words because Nicole daughter Kat didn't like the fact that this woman is in, or this girl, so she think, is in here snooping around, which she was, and I'm glad she caught her in the act. But Kat was kind of being mean to her after the fact. She, far as talking about her clothing, saying, how she was dressed for work. Now, if you would have stayed on the topic, getting on her about snooping, then yeah. So she, Eva lied and said that she's getting new with the, everything in there. So she was looking for the stapler, and the stapler was right there in plain sight. So like, how did you miss that? Why are you in the drawer? So that's what Kat was telling her or whatever. So, they was going back and forth or whatever. And she was saying, well, how about we get on a different foot? And Kat was like, how about no? Because you're not going to be here long. Like, Kat was being real mean to her. And Kat said, what else Kat said to her? She was talking about her boots. Oh, and she said, Eva kind of mentioned about Kat. She thought Kat would be at the breakfast, or shouldn't she be at the breakfast? She was like, you're my mom's assistant, not mine. So she was telling her, you need to worry about your business and not mine. It's like Kat was giving her the business, y'all, giving her the blues. So Kat went ahead and she left. And next thing you know, Ted ends up coming in, and y'all know Ted is her dad, but Ted does not know that he's her dad. And when I tell y'all, she kind of like froze. She was on a call, and she was taking a call. She asked the people, she was like, what was that name again? And I know she still didn't get the name the next time because she was just like, she was shook. She was shook it, you know what I'm saying? She was like, she didn't know what to do. So she was just like, after she snapped back, she was like, oh, okay, all right, I got all of that, and I relay that. Baby, she didn't get none of that, and I don't know how she gonna relay it because she ain't heard nothing they said. She was in a whole nother world. So when she got off the phone, Ted introduced himself to her. He was being, really, really nice. So she was like struck, like, this my dad. You know what I'm saying, y'all? She was just like struck. Y'all gotta watch it. She was just like, OMG. So anyway, he told her that, he was glad that she was there and she was doing a good job. And his job is to make his wife happy. And she's helping him make his job easier by, being there for his wife or whatever. So then Jacob comes. Jacob is the detective, which is Naomi's husband, which is Danny's daughter. So he come in and he was like, hey, I need to talk to you about this accident or whatever. So he was like, okay, can you give us a moment? So, no, Eva ended up saying, I'm going to give y'all a moment. So she walked off and went back into the office because they had stepped out of the office. I think Nicole has an office at her house as well because they wasn't at the hospital. It looked like they was at Nicole's house, but they was in Nicole's office, but at first, and then they came like into the living room area. So anyway, Eva went back into the office and Jacob and Ted was still in there. So Jacob said that, it was a hit and run. And he was like, they've been trying to find out who it was. They got it on video camera. And the person took off the license plate. They couldn't see who they was because they had on a helmet. And, it's hard trying to, figure out who it is without, any information. Only thing they had was like the skid marks or whatever in the streets from Laura's car. They have the video, but again, no license plate, and the driver had a helmet on, and we know that because we seen her kiss Elisa kiss that helmet or whatever. All right. So anyway, then we go to the part where they go to Vanessa. Vanessa and her husband. Vanessa is the realtor, and she has a black husband. I don't know her husband's name, and I'm gonna have to get a picture of him and add him in here. I didn't think he was gonna be too relevant, but he's relevant, and he's a gambler. he is addicted to gambling, and look like he's about to be niche in debt because he's gambling away all of the money. Well, Vanessa was talking to this man, and he was saying that his family member, somebody wanted to come look at the house or whatever. So she was like, yeah, well, after breakfast. I was like, he rude as hell because he's standing there talking to them while they trying to have breakfast about business. Like, dude, call me, schedule an appointment. Don't come over here talking to me while I'm sitting here with my husband, or if I'm the husband, don't come over here talking business with my wife while we trying to have a private breakfast. We're trying to eat breakfast. You come over here talking about business. Schedule an appointment, okay? Not during my personal time. But anyway, the husband didn't care because he was over there looking at his phone about the gambling stuff or whatever. So he not even tuned in to what's going on. Now, I noticed that before old dude came over to the table, Vanessa was kind of looking at him like she wanted to, do some business with him, right? But she didn't say anything, but she was looking at him like that. So back to when they was at the table. So he was like, she said, okay, well, I'm going to schedule an appointment with them so they can come look at the house. And he was like, well, I actually wanted to look at the house first myself. And she was like, okay, well, I'll schedule an appointment with you so you can look at the house first, and then you can relay it to them or whatever. So that scene over. The husband, he ended up getting up from the table real quick, and he accidentally pulled out a poker chip, and she was like, what's this? And he was like, something. He said it was a game. He lied and said what it was. He didn't say that it was like he was really gambling. I forgot what he said that it was. But anyway, he went to this place and he gambled and he lost all his money. Then he was trying to get credit from the house. They were like, no, we can't do it. You got to pay out what you owe first. Like, we can't do it. Then he called this other dude. I didn't catch his name. They said his name, but I didn't catch his name. I don't know neither one of their names. He called this other dude, which is supposed to be his best friend, and he was like, this your boss establishment. He was like, hey, can you ask them to go ahead and give me a loan, and I'll be able to pay back, what I owe them if they go ahead and give me a loan. He was like, no, he was like, I can't do that like that. And then he was like, but that's your friend, like y'all close. He was like, yeah, and I want to keep it that way. And then he was like, he said, "Oh, no. First, he didn't tell him what he needed the money for, and then the dude asked him, "What do you need it for?" And then that's when he told him because he lost all his money. Well, he said how much, and he didn't say how much. He typed it in his phone and he showed him, and dude was like, "Oh hell no," or whatever. So then he asked dude, he said, well, how much you got saved up? You got anything saved up for a rainy day that you could give to me? He was like, I don't have that much. He said, but even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you so you to, run it down like how you did your money. And exactly. And he was like, why not ask Vanessa? She's loaded with money. She comes from money. And the dude told him absolutely not. And he like, okay, but you can't ask her, but you can ask me and want me to ask my boss. I know that's right, friend. Let him know. Like, this is your wife. You won't ask your wife for this money, but you're going to ask me. So you want to put me in debt, or you want to get me and my friend, the relationship we have, like you don't want us to have a good relationship if you don't pay the money back or whatever. And then he also told him, he was like, now my boss is not somebody you want to play with, because if you don't run them they money, he was like, we both will lose our legs or our knees or something like that. So baby, it's gonna be some stuff going on here because it's like a long shark. So the establishment that he's gambling at, apparently they don't play that. And if you don't run them their money, you might end up stinking somewhere in a creek or something. In other words, okay. All right, let's see what else had happened was. Oh, so then we go to the breakfast with Nicole, her husband Ted, her daughter Kat. She made it there. Her son Martin, and then guess what, y'all? I learned what Martin's husband name is today. His name is Smitty. Okay, so they all there. They having breakfast. They talking about different stuff or whatever. Oh, pause. Rewind. Before they sat down and started having breakfast, Kat told her mama that she caught Eva snooping in her desk. And her mama said, well, she's new. She probably trying to get familiar with. Her mama had an excuse for everything. And Kat was like, Mom, I'm telling you, you need to trust me on this. My instincts about her, it's something not right. Like there's something not right. So her mama was trying to say, oh, she just hard on people, this and that, there and the other. So back to the breakfast table. So after they finished having breakfast and everybody left, Nicole was still, Kat had said to her mama, she was like, listen, you really need to listen to me on this. She was like, if you don't, you're gonna, down the line, you're gonna end up regretting that you allowed this girl to come into our life. She said the same way like Haley did Naomi and Danny, like that. And then she said, no, you just over exaggerating, da 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 da. She really needs to listen to her daughter, because that's exactly what's happening. Eva is getting close to Nicole and them, just so she can get in a business. She only wanted to work there so she could get in a business and so she can make their life crumble, because she feel like her dad ran out on her mom and she just going by what her mom said. So she don't know what's the truth. It's people do lie. So her mama, I don't know. I can't say what happened because we don't know what happened back then, but her mama don't seem like she's telling the truth, because why would you do all of that? Just be honest and talk. Like, why do you have to go through all of this manipulative tactics? And even why would you even involve your daughter with something like that? So anyway, what happened with that? What happened? Okay, so I'm gonna pause that. Well, I'll go ahead and finish with them, because so I won't have to keep jumping around. So no, let's go back to the breakfast. So after Kat left, Smitty come back in there and he sits down and he's talking to Nicole, and he's telling Nicole that now that the kids are teenagers, he just got so much spare time, and he was looking at, like different things to do or whatever. So she was like, yeah, you need to find you something to occupy your time. So he ended up getting to the point where he was like, he think he may want to go back into journalism or whatever. He don't know, but he said that he already reached out to some people just to see, what if they would be interested in him. Now the whole time he telling Nicole this, his husband Martin done walked up, but he stepped to the side so he could eavesdrop, so they don't know he there, so he listening the whole time. So she was like, well, looks like you already made a decision if you reached out to some people. She was like, does Martin know about this? And he was like, no, I haven't told him yet. So she was like, you need to tell him or whatever. So he was like, you right or whatever. And she even mentioned before he said that, she mentioned that maybe he could work on Martin's campaign. He was like, what? Have my husband be my boss? Like, no, he wasn't trying to do that. So anyway, then Martin came in and he told after Smitty left. Martin waited for Smitty to leave. Then Martin came in. So then now it's just Martin and his mom, Nicole. So let me find out he told her that he's thinking about running for the president. And I said, the president of what? Is he talking about running for the president of the USA? Or wait a minute, who? The president of what, sir? Martin. Congressman Martin. He's a congressman. Remember, I kept saying a politician, something. He's a congressman. So yeah, he was like, let me see if I got he was like, he wanted to, run for president. And she was like, oh, that's great. Let me see if I got a picture when they was at the table. Okay, this were when they was having the breakfast. And so this is after Smitty told his mom that, and Smitty getting ready to walk away. And then that's when he came. I thought he was already gone, but that's when he came and he told his mama all of that. They was at the country club. All right. So now let's go back to, let me see, do we need to, so Vanessa, but let's go back. Let's go to Vanessa picture. Remember Vanessa the realtor. Remember I told y'all how the dude came to the table. Well, before he came to the table, Vanessa was looking at him. And Vanessa married. She got a whole husband, the black man, right? And this man right here that you see her locking lips with is the one that said that he wanted to come look at the house before his family member came and check out the house. And baby, soon as they get there, he told Vanessa, she was like, he said something. She was like, what? He said, I want to give you what you want. And she was like, what, baby? Then they just started locking lips, and then they went and she looked back, make sure wasn't nobody looking, went into this next room and closed the door. So you know what they about to do. They say, let's get it on. So she cheating on her husband. She probably not going to give him no money to go and gamble off because she having a whole affair. She ain't finna give her money away. All right, let's see what's next on the docket. All right, so let's go back to Eva and her mom. So Eva, she left, and her mom was like, well, how did you leave work and you just started or whatever? She said, I had to run some errands for Nicole. She won't even know, because she think I'm running the errands or whatever. So she come home to tell her mom how not starstruck, but how she was just shook when her dad came in the room or whatever. Now, she didn't tell her that, she was feeling, she kind of, you could tell like she felt like, oh, maybe he not that bad of a person. That's how she was looking or whatever. And that's how she was feeling when she was there, especially after, he was being nice to her and told her how he appreciate her, shook her hand or whatever. So she told her mom, she said, I see what you mean, how any woman could fall for him. She said, but I'm not stupid. I'm not going to fall for that. And he not going to get over on me being nice or whatever. So she see that he being nice, but she's rejecting how he's treating her based off of how her mom said he is. She want to believe him to be this evil person that her mom programmed in her head to say that he is, right? So she was like, she not gonna let him get to her or whatever, and they gonna, get to their goal to destroy them and have their life crumbling. I'm trying to say trembling. That ain't even a word. Crumbling down. So she also told her mom about Kat and they little interaction. Then she told her mom that Jacob came over and he was talking to Ted about the accident and whatever. And so she was listening. And she told her mom, she said that they don't have any evidence. They trying to figure out who did it. And she felt bad because she was like, so somebody intentionally ran this girl off the road. She was like, I'm all this time, I'm thinking she just had an accident. Somebody did this on purpose. And then she started thinking, she said, it's kind of crazy that somebody did this. And then now I'm benefiting from it. I feel like I'm benefiting from somebody trying to harm her. She's like, somebody tried to kill her. They tried to run her off the road. And then now I got this job. And then she started thinking and putting two and two together. And she was like, Mom, now I know you like motorcycles and you ride motorcycles. She said, you didn't do this, did you? She said, you wouldn't do nothing like that, would you? Like that. Her mama got so mad. She was like, how dare you? Why do you think I would do something like that? Would you think less of your mom and this and that third? Yeah. And Eva is absolutely right because her mama did it. So her mama made her think, like she wrong for even thinking that her mom would do something like that. But Eva is being smart because she started putting two and two together because your mama keeps saying everything is falling into plan and it's falling in perfectly. And your mama did try to do that. She was the one did it. She set it up so this girl can, lose her job. So, I mean, not lose her job, but so she thought she wasn't going to be in the land of the living so you could have a permanent job there. She did. She did that to her benefit. So she kind of, how parents be having that psychological thing going on with their kids because they teach you all this stuff and sometimes they teach you stuff that's not right and they do it so they can keep mind control over you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy that some people are like that. But anyway, she was like, no, Mom. She was like, I'm sorry or whatever, da, 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 da. But she's absolutely right. She shouldn't be apologizing to her mom because her mom did do it. But she's going to eventually find out that her mom is the bad person. And it's probably not her dad. It's probably just her mom because from their conversation, you can see that it probably wasn't Ted. It's probably just her. Ted probably don't even know that this woman was pregnant. It's just crazy. It's crazy how she's doing the things. But anyway, y'all, let's get to the last part. I think, let me see, is anything else happened that I want to tell y'all about before I get to this last part? They didn't show Dan and them. We didn't see Dan and Naomi, none of them in the skit today. And nobody was at the hospital. Okay, I think that's it. So this last part, y'all, remember I told y'all at the beginning that there is another cast member from the Country Wayne skits that is on Beyond the Gates. This is his first appearance on here, but based off of who he is, I'm sure he's going to be a permanent actor on here, the same as Ernestine, which is Shanice, Nurse Shanice. Y'all, remember I said Jacob, who is Naomi's husband, who is Danny's daughter? Jacob is the detective. And guess who Jacob daddy is? Let me show y'all who Jacob's father is. That is Jacob's father. Who is that, y'all? Do y'all recognize him? Do y'all recognize? Let me hold on. Let me get closer to him. Do y'all recognize him without the Stevie Wonder shades and without the eye patch? That's Malachi, y'all. Malachi Sr. from the Country Wayne skits. And that's him sitting there at the bar or wherever they at talking to Jacob. That's Jacob. Jacob back turned. Y'all already knew who Jacob was. Again, Naomi's husband. Malachi Sr. is Jacob's daddy on Beyond the Gates. Y'all, they got all the Country Wayne people. Just like how when Country Wayne skits was started popping off or whatever, I noticed that he was getting all the actors from Saints and Sinners. Now, I'm seeing that all of the actors and actresses from the Country Wayne skits are now appearing on Beyond the Gates. I'm so happy for them, y'all. They be doing their thing. But yep, there is old Malachi Sr. right there. I don't know what his name is on here. We're going to get his name later. I think they said it, but I don't remember what they said his name was. But yep, Malachi Sr. is on Beyond the Gates. And what they was talking about is that Jacob was telling his dad that he felt like he should have did his job at the wedding when Danny pulled the gun out on Haley and on Bill. And but his wife stopped him, and his dad telling him like, well, it's cool, it's the Duprees or whatever, they gonna take care of their own anyway. And he was like, yeah, you a cop or whatever, but some things you don't have to just do. He was like, that's family, you know what I'm saying? So in other words, he was telling them to stick by the Duprees, you know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to get them in trouble, and don't be trying to put Danny in jail or whatever. Like, that's your family now. You got to stick by them. So what they did this, and so what they did that. So Malachi on the side of the Duprees, you hear me? And he was telling Jacob, yeah, leave it alone. If they handle it, let it be. Like, you worrying yourself too much about it. So we got Jacob, which is Naomi's husband. He is a detective, so he don't want to sit back and just see them doing stuff or whatever. He got his eyes on this family because he like, okay, y'all doing some stuff that y'all shouldn't be doing. Then you have Martin's husband, Smitty, who used to be a journalist, the same way, because he want to dig deeper. He want to know how deep the chief of police and Vernon Dupree, how deep do they go back? What favors do he necessarily owe you? Like, what have y'all done for each other that y'all hiding or whatever? He want to go down that rabbit hole and see. He don't trust the family, and Jacob don't trust the family. So now you got two people that's inside, that's really outside the family, that's looking at y'all sideways. Martin husband Smitty, the journalist, or old journalist, which is going to be a journalist because he's ready to be a journalist again. And he's ready to dig into their business just so he can have a story because he want to get a rush and a high off of it. And then we have Jacob doing his job as a detective, but he know that they doing stuff crooked and he can't sit by and let it happen. There's going to be some divorces going on. All right, y'all. So that's what pretty much happened today on Beyond the Gates. Beyond the Gates. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload and so that you qualify as well for the subscriber give back. We're going to be doing it soon. We're getting closer and closer and closer. And if you don't have that bell notification on for all, you may miss that. So don't miss it. Don't miss it, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys again. Like the video. Oh, I already said all that. As we say before we go, love, peace, and hair grease. Smooches. Bye-bye. We're out. Have a wonderful rest of y'all day. Hump day.